Kara, Austin, and Sarah Buttigieg. Coach will start, and then we'll open it up to questions.
Yeah, we knew this game was going to come down to rebounding and toughness. I mean, when you have the two best rebounding teams in the conference going at it, you just know that Michigan's going to bring that mentality. But, I loved, our response. We had to kind of settle in that first half. But I love our response out of the locker room. And I can't say enough, the balance when you look, all five players in double figures. The spark and the energy of Sarah V coming off the bench, ready when her number was called, and obviously these two special freshmen of the contributions they had. Shakira, almost a triple-double. You talk about the growth for Taylor, not only from a scoring end and everything we asked her to do. I thought she did a phenomenal job defensively. I mean, that growth to be able to see on number 10 was phenomenal on both ends of the floor. So a really good win against a really good team, and now time to just continue to keep building off of this.
Hey, Brenda, in the fourth quarter, when you were able to kind of get some separation, score 30 points, what was the difference there down the stretch, do you think?
Oh, we stopped turning the ball over. We're pretty good when we can get shots at the basket with all the weapons that we have. I mean, that's an area we just have to continue to clean up for 40 minutes. I like the response in the second half. And then I thought at times we were able to limit them on the glass to one shot. And those two things I thought were the difference to be able to spread that gap for us in the second half.
Coach, you mentioned turnovers. You had 10 in the first quarter, going 5 the rest of the way. What was the biggest adjustment in settling down?
I guess we had to get comfortable. I mean, I'd like to see us get a little more comfortable sooner, to that press. And I thought Michigan just came out a lot more aggressive than we were. But, nice to be able to see the response.
Shakira, you had 7 blocks. What was running for you inside defensively?
Basically just timing, timing the layup. Yeah, basically just timing the layup, get in position. I let most of the players, go to the opposite side if they wanted to. So I basically let them set up block, and yeah, my teammates ended up getting. Well, they didn't just go out of bounds. They ended up, saving the play and transitioning into offense.
Coach, in the second quarter, I think that's where you inserted Sarah. Talk about the impact she had. It felt like she hit a bunch of key shots, and it kind of gave you guys some stability after coming off that first quarter.
She was. We always talk about, be ready when your number's called. And as hard as Sarah has worked behind the scenes, it was extra special to be able to see that she was ready when her number was called today. And it just gave us a ton of energy. I mean, it was the spark that we needed. We've been seeing this, in practice, and I think the one thing for me is I just know the toughness that Sarah plays with, and I knew she would come into this game. She was kind of built for this kind of team, and I thought I can't say enough of what she meant with that spark off the bench.
Taylor, you got a huge three-pointer in the fourth quarter. From your perspective, what was kind of the difference that allowed you guys to pull away?
I think it started on our defensive end. I mean, Shakira and Steph were doing a great job keeping them one and done on the glass, and then we were able to get out and transition and run. And Blair found me, and I was lucky to make it. I was good to make it. So knocking down shots were never.
Shakira, what did it mean to you at the end of the game having a couple of three-point plays for your team and also allowing you guys to make a bigger stretch?
Can you say it again? Sorry.
How did having a couple of three-point plays at the end of the game develop the bigger win for you guys tonight?
I feel like, just fighting through the play and just making sure we grab the rebound. I'm not three-point plays,
Like you made the basket and then you got the and one.
Oh, yeah, I had a moment.
No threes for you.
Yeah, I was like, I need a story.
Not yet.
I was so confused. Okay.
You got it.
Yeah, right, now we get it. Just driving and finishing, we practice finishing, every day, and just transitioning in the game, not being scared of contact. I went into her body a lot, and I'm long enough to be able to finish over her. So.
Coach, 5 players in double figures. How important is it to get the contributions from all around the court?
Yeah, I mean, we have to have that kind of balanced attack, and I think when you have high goals, when you can't key on any one player, to be able to have that and the spark that we had off the bench is really critical. I mean, you see the parity that's going on in the league, both for the women and the men, where the conference is built, and so we have to be able to have that in order to be successful.
Sarah, Coach mentioned about being ready when your number's called. What do you kind of do to stay mentally ready when you may or may not know if you're going to be playing a bunch or not?
I think you just gotta like trust your coach and just be like you said, like mentally tough. You just gotta be in the gym like all the time working, and then like when you're on the court, you just gotta show that you can play in this conference.
Let me ask you, you won 500 games, you got the ball before the game. I know you talked about it a little bit prior, and you won this game earlier in the week. What's that mean, and how was the reception you had here tonight for that?
Yeah, you know, I mean, it was extra special being able to celebrate it twice. Anyone who knows me knows that I like celebrating. But pretty surreal. I mean, when you talk about between the time at Nebraska and then being able to come back here with our, you know, the greatest fans in the country. But I think the biggest thing, you know, this week has really allowed me to kind of take it all in is just the responses, you know, the text messages and emails and responses by people. It really makes you kind of understand the impact that you've had on them, but at the same point, for me, it's the impact that all of these people that have reached out have had on me. And I think that's, you know, in the time of coaching, it's never been about wins for me. But it's the people and the relationships and the connections, and I think that's been the coolest part about 500.
Shakira, you like your charge? What was your reaction to it?
Yeah, I was super hyped. That's probably my first charge I've ever taken, ever. So yeah, I felt like my point guard.